morning, everybody, and welcome to the second series of the Partner Customer Case Studies. Today, I have got Ed Graham with me from GK and Thomas Buffin. My name is Jason, and I'm the Partner Development Manager for GK, supporting Ed and his team when it comes to everything Oracle. Thomas, would you like to introduce yourself?
So I'm Thomas Buffin. I'm an account executive for cloud applications. That includes ERP and EPM. I'm focused on the oil and gas industry and also property services as well. And I led the Oracle input for this new customer.
Fantastic. Ed, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and about GK?
Thanks, Jason. Hi, I'm Ed Graham. I've got a long history in delivering finance and transformation projects, and I set up GK to solve common and unusual problems.
Thank you. So we're going to talk about a client of yours in the oil and gas industry, and we're really interested to understand, what drove the decision making for the transformation. And this is from your client's perspective. So can you talk us through that?
Our client was a newish company in the industry, backed by private equity. And they had built over the last 3 years a set of processes that they needed to formalize. And what they really wanted was to formalize these processes so that they have ready access to the data that comes out. So like planning processes, so they understand the short-term and long-term forecast, and to reduce the admin burden of running these processes for control and for line of sight back to source systems. And they tried a system before, but they unfortunately had a failed implementation, and so they came to Oracle to see if we could offer them what they wanted.
Okay, fantastic. So ultimately, they were looking to kind of implement a solution that would help them to make more informed decisions, whilst reducing the overhead of unnecessary admin and all of the human error that comes with that.
Yes, that's exactly right.
How did your client get key decision makers on board and behind the decision to move forward with this project?
We were lucky with this client in that they had a senior manager that was trusted with building a shortlist and then recommending a solution to his management and the CFO, who was the ultimate decision maker. And because we worked with them over this process, over a course of a couple of months, he trusted both us at GK and Thomas at Oracle to deliver the right solution, and he was comfortable recommending it to the CFO, who took his recommendation.
Thomas, I've got a question for you. Can you talk us through the collaboration efforts between yourself, GK, the partner, and the client?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Jason. So as Ed was saying there, the customer inquiry originally came to us in context of a failed implementation from a prior competitor solution. So naturally, the customer had some kind of reservations, and they were going to do a full due diligence on going out to market for this new solution. They wanted a proven cloud partner and a proven cloud solution, and specifically around oil and gas, and specifically around operational planning within that industry. So earlier in their career, they did have different experience with Hyperion, which was it's a very good Oracle on-premise solution. So he came with some positive feelings around that. And I engaged GK due to its substantial experience within the oil and gas industry, specific to EPM. And in particular, at the outset of the conversation, we introduced a reference story around Petrofac, which is a very successful reference for GK. GK were then introduced and provided immediate input into the use case and then the business value. There are a number of areas that through those initial discovery sessions, new ideas that an improved solution was sought and found. And the customer appreciated that and the internal business case support. So that helped in terms of their internal sign-off. De-risking was important, as you'd imagine, with a failed prior implementation, and part of that was a guarantee of involvement from Ed and his team as senior founders of GK and as exec sponsors. There was also a local touch feeling as well. So I think in the prior situation, they used a lot of offshore resources and things, whereas in GK, they get that onshore localized support. And then Ed, of course, backed that up by physically going to the offices up in Aberdeen, investing the time to sit with the team, with some of the more junior analysts as well, to understand the full requirement and scope that out properly. The Oracle support that we then provided GK was around two sort of factors: the solution engineering side, then the product management side as well. So our team assisted in the demonstrations and ensured executive buy-in on the customer side from both the finance team and the IT team. So we went through the process. Obviously, the stakeholders became more complex. NEO is a fast-growing organization, and therefore they've got a unique set of structures internally. Although the finance team and IT team are separated, they needed to be on one page. And likewise, commercially, we then worked on a win-win solution, a proposal for the customer that was based on what their budget was, but also the ROI aspect of that, so that our internal sponsor could actually get that across the line with his team internally. And then the contracting process on made it as simplistic as possible, both on Oracle side and on GK's side. In a very timely manner, we reached a satisfactory agreement and a real win-win there. The customer has now indicated that the project has gone from strength to strength, and there's definitely possibilities to widen the use case that was originally developed for planning, and a potential use case for things like financial consolidation and close. So all in all, a very good engagement.
It sounds like, from the client's perspective, Oracle and GK came together and were acting as one, providing them with the confidence that, the project could be delivered based on your understanding of what their needs and requirements were. So congratulations. That sounds amazing. So Ed, a question for you. Were there any oil and gas industry nuances that impacted the deal or the project? And how did you approach it?
We knew a bit about the processes and terminology in the industry, and we also knew that we were keen to learn more. And through this project, we've learned a lot more, and we feel comfortable working in this industry and working through the challenges. I mean, a lot of their challenges around maximizing production, bringing efficient processes across their assets, and also planning over the full life cycle of their projects, which could be 30 or 50 years long.
Question for the both of you, really. What benefits has the client realized since implementations or the implementation, and what was the main clients or the main objective, for the clients in this project?
Yeah, so in terms of where they're at the moment, I think the initial models or the initial data models that they're working to have been put in place by Ed and the team. I think that's working for them well. So I think the next stage, they're looking at what they can do with additional cubes and additional reporting needs as well. There is also potential use cases for things like doing HR planning on there as well. And then, of course, the financial consolidation and close piece. At the moment, the finance team do a lot of that on spreadsheets. So we'd be keen to work with them. They do use SAP as well as their core general ledger. And again, I think the success Ed has also had is because they understand very well how to integrate with that as well, which is a key part in the success of the overall project, and also why we were selected based on the solution strength in a really open integration environment as well.
We spent a lot of time at the start of the project just sitting with the client and kind of detailing the expected wins that they wanted to get out. And these things included the normal stuff like a well understood process, actuals direct from SAP. So SAP integration was a big thing, and with the new Oracle tools, it's a seamless experience. Using the latest SAP APIs, you can pull data out of SAP, put it into Oracle, pull data out of Oracle, put it into SAP. They want to blend their forecast changes in real time, well, near real time, I should say. They wanted, to be able to report on the numbers easily out of the system and be able to report a lot more variance optionality than they could using Excel, and also wanted to automate some validations. So where we are at the project now, we're kind of in UAT, and I've already realized some of the benefits. One of the benefits I've realized is that through the exercise of building this system, we've built a common data model across their structure. So they've got a system to track energy, effectively oil and gas, and they've got a SAP system, and now they've got an Oracle system. So one of our first objectives was to agree a common data model. And the second thing they've realized already is that alignment with SAP. So alignment of getting the data and using the data direct from SAP, and they are a new SAP customer as well. So not only do they have to think about what to do with Oracle, they've also had to think about what to do with SAP.
So what's next for the client, and how will GK and Oracle maintain the relationship?
So for the company in question, they want to grow Oracle EPM across the organization. Oracle EPM is powerful in that it's a suite of applications, and it kind of fulfills every use case within the Office of Finance. And we've worked with a client to put together a roadmap of different projects, and these projects will increase the utilization of their investment, so increasing the return on investment and really allowing the customer to use the system across the organization, get the most benefit out of it, but also from their point of view, minimize the training and build a common understanding of things like the data model and of the data.
Well, that was an excellent story. I thoroughly enjoyed finding out more about your oil and gas client, and how GK and Oracle work together to close the deal. So congratulations, it's a fantastic win. Ed, thanks for your time this morning. Thomas, thanks for yours, and I look forward to hearing more updates on this client in the not too distant future.